someone felt greedy or felt fearful, he picked up the phone and then he created the liquidity that we had back then. Today, the liquidity is driven by something more than that. The heartbeat is more than emotion alone. It's driven by code. So things has changed so far than today's world, and we moved from emotion to equation. Because if we just look at 2025 alone, 80% of the global liquidity and 90% of the crypto trades are executed by codes today, which means that we all heard about Alameda research and the Alameda company before its fall. They hired astrophysicists, they hired data engineers, AI experts in order to gain that milliseconds. I mean, companies today, they spend trillions of dollars in order to buy better cables, faster cables, better engineers, just to gain a millisecond over other companies to execute much more trades and to have that speed they need to create trillions of dollars. The only thing that we had, or the only downside to speed we have, is basically with speed come chaos, with speed come mistakes. And that is one of the biggest challenges the props firm have today, is basically how we can control the speed with no chaos. But the thing is that chaos is gonna come no matter what with speed. So the only thing that we have today is the government's regulations, framework, infrastructure, all of these things, testing the systems over and over again to avoid these mistakes we have today. We all remember the flash crash back in 2010, and why it's called the flash crash, because in minutes, trillions of dollars has been wiped out because of algorithm mistakes. And governments nowadays, they want to regulate this better. And in order to do this, they need to test these systems over and over again. I always say it's not a human versus machine, it's a human through machine, through this code. Or what do you think?
It's a great intro, I would say. So Sergey, shall we go with introductions and dive right into
No, we just jump in the conversation already, but Katerina, after the question, you can make the short intro what you do for the audience, and afterwards...
Okay, let me start with that. So, hello everyone, my name is Katrina. I'm a co-founder of AI-first decentralized exchange platform built on new layer one called ZigChain with RWAs in mind. So we are also shaped with the RWAs in mind, and soon we're going to launch RWA marketplace as well on the OrSwap. And it's been a little bit since we've been on mainnet. On testnet we have 130 million transactions and more than 90 unique users, which are obviously holders of unique wallets, and with zero marketing. So that shows, how many people actually there wanting to trade, on decentralized exchanges, but they just don't know how to do that. And we are catering to those kind of people. And I'll stop here for the time being and pass over the word to you.
Thank you, Katrina. My name is Francisco Reyes. I am the founder of AlphaQ, a systematic trading firm that we are trading digital assets in momentum-based strategies. We started in 2020 with strategies on the traditional finance and Chicago Mercantile Exchange. And then we transitioned to digital assets where the liquidity is completely different, fragmented into different exchanges. So we have to be more precise on how do we treat the liquidity and size the capacity of the strategies.
Thank you. So the first question to Dr. Assad. How can algorithmic strategies from proprietary trading boost liquidity in HFT from emerging markets like MENA? How can algorithmic strategies from proprietary trading companies boost liquidity in HFT for emerging markets like MENA?
Basically, they have too many ways in order to do that. As I mentioned before, and probably I was just so fast to jump into conclusion, I didn't hear you quite well. But to go back to your question, is basically there are a lot of things that these companies can do. As I mentioned before, Alameda themselves. They hire astrophysicists, data engineers, AI experts in order to do that. But again, this has, as it has its own upside, it has its own downside. And here comes the challenge for these prop companies.
Katerina, the next question comes to you. So, how do you think, how do algorithmic approaches in proprietary trading influence the liquidity in Web3 ecosystem during the HFT era?
It's a great question because in Web3, algorithmic trading isn't just about speed. It's about efficiency in fragmented, decentralized environments. And at OrSwap, we've seen how smart contract-driven algorithms help to stabilize liquidity, maintain depth, and even during volatile, spikes, which is very interesting, very unusual. Hence, all of that, going to high-frequency trading. If we compare it again to Web3, in high-frequency trading, the execution latency matters. In Web3, latency is shaped by gas fees, by block finality, by on-chain price oracles. So to solve that and to cater to that, at OrSwap, we've introduced LP rebalancing tools. We've introduced AI structures, AI infrastructure, to be honest, at OrSwap in particular, which is unheard of in DEXs. We've built it. We've been building it for the last year, and all of that helps liquidity providers to maintain their positions, to maintain the depth as well. So yeah, that is a difference. And to conclude all of that, I think that the blend of AI and on-chain analytics kind of shapes the backbone of DeFi altogether.
Thank you. Francisco, basically we have faced a lot of liquidity. Basically liquidity changed dramatically during the bull and bear market, during the stress period. So based on your background, how do you think about the capacity, risk limits, and venue selection so the algorithm-driven liquidity remain robust across the different market regimes?
Yeah, thank you. My engineering background makes me reluctant to trade the systems at their limits. So we apply that approach to AlphaQ. So we have liquidity as a design constraint of our strategies. So first, we have to separate the strategy edge from the capacity. A model can look like fantastic on a backtest, but then when liquidity shrinks, meaning wider spreads, thinner order books, and lower volume, then the capacity of the strategy reduces significantly. So we have to adapt our trade size to the market conditions. Then it comes our risk limits are very dynamic. We have to be aware that in bull markets, the liquidity is higher than on stressed or winter periods. So in stressed markets, we are gonna lower the exposure, the leverage. We are gonna monitor the assets that we trade and the exchange venues, so that we keep our slippage under control. More importantly, we keep it consistent over time. And third is the venue selection, the exchange selection. It's not about just fees. It's also about API stability, about volume consistency, that they don't disappear when the sell-off events appear.
Thank you. Dr. Assad, as a crypto educator and investor, how does proprietary trading help overcome regulatory changes in algorithm-driven liquidity during the HFT era?
That is a very interesting question, because basically
Thank you. Katerina, what opportunities does proprietary trading offer to enhancing algorithm-driven liquidity in fintech startups?
In fintech startups like OrSwap, proprietary trading opens a powerful lever in helping to bootstrap liquidity and maintain especially liquidity for the pairs, very strategic pairs like STZ-ZIG, ZIG USDC, which is very crucial on the early stages of a startup. And then we're talking about scaling, and then we're talking about going to bigger market. And so whoever doesn't know about ZIG, what is ZIG? ZIG is a native token of ZIG chain, layer 1 that we are built on, and that comes from actually traditional markets from the company called Zignelli. It's a marketplace connecting wealth managers and users. And so ZIG chain originates from there, and we as OrSwap, we are main decentralized exchange platform premier DEX on ZIG chain. So I would say we are right now kind of reshaping the utility on chain. So that is a big opportunity. We are we're tokenizing lots of real world assets, and we have lots of partnerships coming up, even though, as I said, we just recently launched on mainnet, which was less than a month actually, but we're already unrolling so many partnerships that are putting together, real world and decentralized world, which I think is crucial, and we're helping to onboard people in very sleek, very minimalistic manner, very straightforward. And in the nearest future, when it comes to AI, we are creating a special setup. When you are opening up our decentralized exchange platform, you're not going to see just the regular exchange platform. You're going to see an AI guide on the side. That's how I like to call it. So it's an AI investment companion that helps you to again manage your liquidity positions, manage your portfolio, and basically improve your life and simplify your life. So lots of opportunities in there, and those are a few of them.
Thank you. Francisco, in systematic medium frequency momentum strategy, super complex definition, but it is what it is. In crypto, how, from your perspective, how do the algorithms help to provide and manage liquidity across the fragmented exchanges without destabilizing the order book in, let's say, the so-called high-frequency trading era?
Yeah. At AlphaQ, we don't do high-frequency trading, but we experience the same ecosystem